What's up, guys? I hope you're keeping well. In this video, we're going to talk about different interest rates in our annuity calculations. So before I jump into the question I've got there, I want to talk about something here. So in these like FinMaths questions, wow, like some of these interest rates, and when we're calculating J, there's lots of interest rates. So these numbers are long. There's not enough memory in the calculator, even if you wanted to write out these long numbers. So a quick and easy thing that we do is we save the values in the calculators. If you now to do this, you can skip a few seconds forward. If not, what you have to do is make sure that the value that you want to save is over here on the calculator. Then you're going to press Shift, Store, and then you can store it A, B, C, D, E, F, X, Y. Any of those letters you can store it as. And then to use it, you just press Alpha A, and whatever number you stored there would be there. And then for when your next interest value or whatever value it is that you want to store is there, you'd press Shift, Store, and now to B, because it's the next one. So yeah, I'll be working with A's and B's because I'm not going to be rewriting those long numbers the whole time in the formula, like no one has time for that. So this question is saying, an annuity is going to pay monthly payments of $100 for 5 years, starting 17 months from now. The interest rate is currently 9% per annum, but will change to 10% per annum in 3 years' time. Calculate the present value. So these interest rates that I'm giving per annum, it's viable for us to just treat them as yearly effective interest rates, okay, because we're not working with nominal. So the first thing we do is quickly draw a timeline, see what is happening here. So I see this is kind of deferred. The first payment is starting 17 months from now. Let me do it here so there's space. What I want to do is I'm going to do this question under the assumption that the in arrears. I feel like I don't do too many arrears questions, so we'll do that. So then the first payment is actually going to be here at 18, right? But then we have an interest change. Let me use a different color. At time 36, because they said in 3 years, right? That's 36 months, and we're working with monthly payments of $100. So our first interest is 9% per annum, and the second one is 10%. So these are monthly payments. So let's quickly work out how many payments we're going to have. Over here, if we go 36 take away 17, that's going to give us, how many is going to give us? 19 payments. So here we're expecting 19, and that's under the 9% interest rate. And then we said we're receiving payments for 5 years. So 5 years is how many months? That's 60 months. So then 60 minus 19 will give us 41 payments that we're expecting under the 10% interest rate. Let's quickly calculate the interest rates per month, right? That's what we need. So for this first one, I'll name this. Actually, what I'm going to name this is, I'm going to name this A. First interest here. So I need to get this into a monthly one. Pop this into a calculator. Let me put this off. Okay, so now I'm going to store this in the calculator. It's Shift, Store, A, and then B. Then doing this. Okay, this is 1.1 in the calculator. You see how similar these are? If you don't carry enough decimals, these could be the same. If you only carried 3, there'd be no difference. So it's important to carry. Now let's get into the question. So what I'm thinking to do is, I'm going to present value these payments to here, because it's the same interest rate. Then I'll be present valuing these payments to this point, and then we'll discount both of these back to times 0, because that's the present value we need. Let me put times 0 there. That's our end goal. Let's start with the present value at times 17. This equals to, we said it's $100 American currency. And we said we're doing it in arrears. There will be 19 payments under the first interest rate, which is A. Plug in the formula. The calculator, sorry, this I is A. Now we'll work out present value at time 36 there of the following 41 payments. Still $100 as we're not increasing. They're in arrears. We said there's going to be, no. How many we said? 41. At B interest. Plug in the formula. Remember the formula for this is 1 minus b to the n over I, and b is equals to 1 plus I to the negative 1. Should know that by now. 1 minus over b. Plug that in the formula. In the calculator, I mean. Cool. So now I've got those. Now we need to present value of 2 times 0. The one that we want is the big boy. So we'll take both of these and we're discounting. So this one will discount by 17 months. Now we're using 9% for both of them. I'll just use the yearly one. Then what I'll do is I'll put 17 over 12. You could have just used A and then put 17 months. 1 plus A to the power of this must be negative with discounting, not compounding. And we'll add this. I'm discounting this by 3 years. Is there 36 months? That is equals, put in a calculator. So our final answer is that is our answer. Thanks. I hope that helped. Keep well.